Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Which is a precautionary. The Japanese Meteorological Agency has issued a mega-quake advisory after a magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck Kyushu Thursday afternoon. It's part of the Nankai Trough Earthquake Extra Information Protocol, which is a precautionary measure ahead of a possible mega-earthquake. The agency says there is a higher than usual potential for one occurring in the expected hypocenter of a mega-earthquake in the Nankai Trough area. Officials are urging people to take disaster prevention measures in accordance with information provided by the central and local governments. Preparations include reviewing local evacuation plans and routes, as well as ensuring furniture is fixed in place and checking emergency supplies like food and water. This follows analysis conducted by the Japanese government's Earthquake Research Committee. It estimates there's a high chance a magnitude 8 or 9 tremor could happen in the Nankai Trough over the next 30 years. A tsunami advisory remains in effect for Miyazaki Prefecture after Thursday's tremor, which had an intensity of lower 6 on the Japanese scale of 0 to 7 in the hardest hit areas. Officials have advised people in some areas to stay away from the coast. Japan's top government spokesperson says Prime Minister Kishida Fumio has given the government direction on how to respond.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is the date, August the 8th, 2024. And it's currently 4:57 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Great glory to the Mighty One. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Holy Spirit. Great glory to the angels. Great glory to the nation. Thank you once more, beloved. Thank you for being here. It's been a rough week. Things are happening every day. This earthquake over there in Japan and the one that happened yesterday in California, Texas, and all over the world. And you see the events are ramping up. It's all chaos out there. And what you are seeing here is the Japanese folk over there, which is not the original Japanese. Of course, we went into this all the time. We talk about this. However, they are anticipating something big, another huge earthquake, bigger than this one. This was huge, 7.1, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what that is? Yes, a 7.1. 7 plus 1 equal 8. New beginning. They know what's going on, and they are anticipating something really big. And when it happened, they already told the people, well, get your together, man, food, supplies, and things like that. And when it happened, they are anticipating a lot of people going to be no more. Of course, whenever they are anticipating something like that, it won't happen the way that they think it's going to happen. Remember, those people are always wrong in everything. Every prediction they make is wrong. The only thing they can do is to make things up. That's why whenever we show people things that are quite out of the ordinary, we say, you can't make this up. We are not making this up. I'm not making this up, because everything that they are doing that are spot on, they making it up. Anything they said yesterday that happened today, that means they are responsible, they control it, they made it. It's fake. Anything that they made and somehow, in some way, they have control over it, that means they've done it. They are the one that is responsible for it. Anything that is out of control, they cannot control it. They don't know what's going on. They're just rambling out there. They didn't make it. Beloved, we have a few of the videos tabs open up here. And the purpose of this channel is to put the nation at peace and tell them there'll be no Jacob's trouble. The reason why we do this, beloved, is because most of the people out there are not bringing the news and putting the people at peace. They are saying this is happening to all of us. As you can see, there are a specific group of people, a specific demographic that the weather, so to speak, is targeting. Of course, they always manage to get someone like us or someone that look like us in the midst to show you that, hey, this is another Katrina. Hey, this is happening to you. It has nothing to do with us. Or if anything it had to do with us, you're part of it too. And you have a lot of people that look like us out there bringing nothing but fear unto our people and keep telling them, well, Jacob's trouble is about to happen. There must be a Jacob's trouble in order for us to, for the chariot to come in over there and pick us up and stuff like that so we can go in the Middle East and rule over there. That's a bunch of lies. Those people are bought and paid for. They will not touch on the calamities that are happening now, the great now, what you're calling the present, to the so-called 83. This is the reason why we bought all those tabs and we're going to go in real time. Some of the videos, I watched them, 2 or 3 of them, but 97% of them, I have no idea what's going on. I just let the spirit flow on to me. This is not rehearsed. This is not planned. It's just random video. Thank you for Brother Scott James. Been sending me a lot of video non-stop for the past 5 years. 4 to 5 years. Thank you for all the nation that have been sending videos, information, books, testimonies for the past 4 years. Thank you for all the moderators. Thank you for all the viewers, the watchers, whether you're subscribers or not. Personally, I advise folks not to subscribe to my channel. Why? Because the moment that you do, you mock yourself. Not for destruction, but for persecution. See, our channels are not being watched by AI or bots. None of that. They have very specific people. They have teams they put there to watch our channel, watch our moves, listen to our conversation, and hacking into our stuff and watch what we are doing. It's not like they want to hurt us or they can hurt us. They can't. They know that. They are doing those things to see what's going to happen in the future if we're going to say it before things happen, because prophecy is saying before. That's all it means. If you said, well, it's going to rain this afternoon, and then it rains this afternoon, that was prophecy. You said it before it happened. It doesn't have to be about the Bible, about religious stuff. So they are listening. If you are a subscriber or whatever, they are looking to see if you are one of the potential 144. Not that I am one of them. I don't care about that. People keep asking, but Big Levi, are you one of the 144,000? I don't care about that. This is not my mission. My mission is to put the nation at peace. If I'm one, good. If I'm not, hey, that's even better. So if you're watching, you're here in the midst, you're here to learn, let us learn. Beloved, let us go in the beginning and listen to what those folks are saying, okay?
The Japanese Meteorological Agency has issued a mega quake advisory after a magnitude 7.1 earthquake struck Kyushu Thursday afternoon. It's part of the Nankai Trough Earthquake Extra Information Protocol, which is a precautionary measure ahead of a possible mega earthquake. The agency says there is a higher than usual potential for one occurring in the expected hypocenter of a mega earthquake in the Nankai Trough area. Officials are urging people to take disaster prevention measures in accordance with information.
So, what they are saying here, beloved, they are anticipating something huge, a mega quake. They have their little devices, they are monitoring things and they are watching, and they say, something is coming. Now, one of the main reasons why they are saying this is things that happened 100 years ago. For instance, let me see if I can get this. What was the major event that happened in 1924? Oh no, I should have said disaster. Okay. The Immigration Act of 1924 limited the number of immigrants allowed entry into the United States through a national origin quota. We studied this with Dr. Claude Anderson. When they say limited, they just say zero quota on black folk. And then they declared this nation a white nation, and that's all they did. Okay. What was the major natural disaster that happened in 1924? Okay. The year 1924 saw several natural disasters, including hurricanes, floods, and other events. Okay, Great Flood of 1924. A massive flood in Kerala in July 1924 submerged and crippled part of the states, including Hilimona, Chicho, Kozhikode. Boy, what country is that? Kerala. It sounds like somewhere in southeast. Oh, that's in India. Okay. Well, India is getting a lot of things happening to them over there. Okay. Hurricane. During the 1924 Atlantic hurricane season, there were 8 disturbances near or within the tropics that were potentially dangerous or reach hurricane intensity. So when you look at here 1927, which is pretty significant, you know, the great Mississippi flood. Okay, all right, they are anticipating something like that. Okay, the Great Mississippi River flood of 1927 was one of the worst natural disasters in American history. It inundated 27,000 square miles, an area about the size of New England, killing as many as 1,000 and displacing 700,000 more. The 700,000 more were our people. Okay? The Great Vermont Flood. Didn't they just have a flood in Vermont a few days ago? This flood occurred from November 3rd, 4th, 1927. After a month of heavy rainfall that saturated the soil, on November 3rd, the state received more than 7 inches of rain in 6 hours, and the total of the state saw 5 to 9 inches of rain in 3 days. The flood kills 84 people, including Vermont Lieutenant Governor Hollister Jackson and thousands of livestock. Okay? Other natural disasters that occurred in 1927 included at the Atlantic hurricane season, the Nova Scotia hurricane, and the Pacific typhoon season. Again, beloved, anytime you hear the word Nova Scotia, okay, or New Scotland or whatever, Nova Scotia, Atlanta, Tortuga, Atlanta, Nova Scotia, they are talking about the Bermuda Triangle, they are talking about the Atlantean Temple, and those are where most of the energy are coming from. So they are anticipating something really big. They don't know when it's going to strike or when it's going to happen and what it's going to be. It doesn't mean it's going to be a flood. Doesn't mean it's going to be an earthquake. They just don't know. They just are guessing things. And then when it happens, it's going to be big. And just like all the other events, it will target it a very specific community. Okay? Let's see if we can get to Nova Scotia here. Okay, we don't need to type it. Nova Scotia is right here. Okay, there were a lot of missing fishermen. Boats just go missing right here. Okay, this is Nova Scotia, and remember we talk about peninsulas. Okay, peninsulas are very, very important. Is that a bridge? Yep, it's a bridge. Okay, there was a flood here in Nova Scotia and stuff like that. All right, so there you go. Let's keep on moving.
Provided by the central and local governments. Preparations include reviewing local evacuation plans and routes, as well as ensuring furniture is fixed in place and checking emergency supplies like food and water. This follows analysis conducted by the Japanese government's Earthquake Research Committee.
All right.
It estimates there's...
Again, beloved, that's a lot of earthquake that happened in Japan this year. Remember when January begins? January 1st? Anybody remember that? Let's see if we can go there. You know what? Let's see if we can get this. January 1st, 2000. That's not what. There we go. January 1st, 2024, Japanese earthquake. I should have said Japan earthquake, but okay. Footage of the tsunami January 1st. Okay, remember that we made a research trouble about it.
下の崖の根元のような。いやー、すごいな。初めて見た。ですね。おお、これそうだ、津波だ、これ。ほら、津波だよ。あ、これ津波だ。やばいやばいやばい。
Of course, they just show you this, but they don't show you the real damage that this thing did. It was, January 8th, around January 1st, that's when it happened, you know? Okay, that's the one. Let's watch this one. On New Year's Eve day. So it's been happening a lot over there, and people are not paying attention to this thing. And they never said how many people that perished. They say, oh, a few people or no more, but they never told you. Not too long ago, okay? And then another one happened in the middle of the year, and then people go, right? Okay. All right. So people won't say we are making this up. We documented this. We had an ESOS trouble video. We show you all those things. And what did we say? This isn't going to stop. It's only going to get worse from now on. That's why we keep telling the people, study to show thyself approved. You do not have a lot of time. You do not have the time for you to go to your pastors or to your leaders so they can approve you to study. You do not have the time for you to listen to people and they can come and say, oh, well, you may study this book, or study that book, or study for yourself, or do anything that they did not allow you. The church will never ever tell you the truth. This is not their business. This is not their lot. This is not their office. Their office is to blind you, it's to lie to you. We make our information available so you can see how we do things. That is if you're interested. That is, of course, if the book is calling to you. There is a link in the description. You can go get it and do whatever that you want. If it calls you, you do your thing. If it's not, don't do it. Let's keep on moving.
There's a high chance a magnitude 8 or 9 tremor could happen in the Nankai Trough over the next 30 years.
That's a bunch of lies. Okay, well, a 9 point whatever gonna happen in 30 years. You do not have 30 years. You do not have 2054. The next 9 months, yay. The next 30 days, yay. The next 30 months, that's a huge stretch, right? It's like 3 years. Is that what that is? 2 years and a half. Is that what that is? Yeah, 2 years and a half. 30 years. You do not have 30 years. This world cannot go on like this for 30 years. Daily earthquake, daily floods, daily fire, daily. You do not have 30 years. Let's keep on moving.
A tsunami advisory remains in effect for Miyazaki Prefecture after Thursday's tremor, which had an intensity of lower 6 on the Japanese scale of 0 to 7 in the hardest hit areas. Officials have advised people in some areas to stay away from the coast. Japan's top government spokesperson says Prime Minister Kishida Fumio has given the government direction on how to respond.
Instructed the government to provide public information on tsunami and evacuations in a timely and appropriate manner, take thorough measures to prevent damage such as evacuations of residents, and grasp the extent of damage as soon as possible. He also instructed us to work closely with local governments and make utmost effort to take emergency measures such as.
Who's the current Japanese king? Who's the current Japanese king? Well, yes, the emperor. Okay, okay. Naruhito has been the emperor of Japan since May 1st, 2019, when he ascended to the chrysanthemum throne following the abdication of his father Akihito Naruhito and Japan's 126th emperor. So Naruhito, he's the emperor over there. Another word, king. So emperor is always, greater than a king. So they got a king and a princess and queen over there, but you never heard of them. You never heard of them. Have you ever wondered why you heard about the king, the queens of all those 83 countries, but they never did anything significant besides going around and show off and go and do things? Have you ever wondered why these countries have an emperor and empress, a king or a queen, but yet they have prime ministers and the politicians are the one that take all the decision? They never consult with those people. They just hear. Some people didn't even know they have these things. I never seen this fellow before. I knew they had a king or a queen or whatever, but I don't know who that guy is. Have you ever wondered that? Well, the reason why 83, so to speak, never have their king, their queens, and things like that taking decisions, is always their PM or prime minister and stuff. One of the main reason one, they are not royalty. It's not part of their blessing. They can play, dress up. They have the right to do their own Halloween and play dress up. Of course, Swagger Jack Halloween from our stuff, but they can play dress up. They can, well, not imitate, but somehow, somewhat mimic. They are not true royalty. That's why you never see a great king or a great queen, prince, or emperor anywhere, because they are not allowed to do this. They can play though. They can dress like they are king and say, "Hey, we are king and queens," but they can never take any decision. This is not part of the blessing. Two, they do this. They don't let those people go out there and take decision and stuff, maybe behind closed door, because they don't want anything at this day when prophecy say the Holy One will destroy their king, their queens, their emperors, they shatter the head, shatter the bones and stuff, so people would not identify. Most people in the world, or most Americans, don't know if a lot of those countries have kings and queens, and still Thailand have a king. Is that what that is? Thailand king. How should I say Thai king? Okay. What's his name again? Maha Vajiralongkorn. Okay. Has been on the throne for over 8 years. There seems to be contrasting analysis of his reign and governance. In theory, he is constitutional monarch like King Charles III of Britain. It's a lot of loop-de-loop and things like that. Let me see. How many kings we have in the world right now? As 2024, there are 43 sovereign states in the world with monarch as head of state, including kings, queens, princesses, and grand dukes. Okay, well, they didn't give the name. Kings who serve such as Mohammed, which is king. Okay, well, there you go. This is a little bit better here. Monarchs can be found in many regions of the world, including Asia, 13 monarchies, Europe, 12, the Americas, 9, Oceania, 6, Africa, 3. Huh. Oh, it's raining like hell out there. Well, I'm already inside, but it's raining pretty bad out there. Let's see the 9 monarchies in America. St. Lucia, Belize, Jamaica, Antigua and Barbuda, Canada, St. Kitts and Nevis, Bahamas, Grenada, and St. Vincent. So all of those countries are under some king or queens. Even Canada. Who's the Canadian king? I believe that Canada is still under England and things like that. Who's the Canadian king? Charles.
According to Canada.ca, King Charles III automatically became sovereign of Canada on the passing of his predecessor, Queen Elizabeth II. Charles Philip Arthur George was born at Buckingham Palace on November 14, 1948.
Oh boy. Anyway, so you never see those people take any concrete decision. They just hear. Those folks are just like when you go to a store, you go buy some product and you go to the aisle. Let's say you want to buy a phone or some form of appliances, and they have a model there. Something. It's a dummy, a mock version, a fake they put there, and then you can look at it. He gave you an idea how the real thing is, but it's a fake. That's what those people do. That's why you still have other people behind closed doors. America, believe it or not, the United States, they have a king and queen. You just don't see them. Of course, they put the elites right there in your face. Oh, well, the elites and stuff like that. The elite have plan and stuff. No, you don't know the plan of the so-called elite. The guys that they are thrown out, they are not the true elite, man. You got a guy like Elon Musk and all the Jeff Bezos. Those guys are not the elite. And they don't have any money. Those guys are poor. We keep telling people this. What you're calling billionaires or dirt poor is just a facade. It's just a face. 83 by nature or by law, by default, are very poor. They don't have any wealth or anything. That's why they have to steal everything everywhere. Okay, let's keep on moving.
search and rescue under the policy of putting human lives first.
Officials say they will provide more information as it becomes available and are advising people to watch for updates.
They are anticipating something big. Let's take a quick break right now. Oh boy.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
All right. So we have, excuse me. We have the book, of course. We dive into a lot of stuff. If you are about this knowledge, seeking hidden knowledge, the name or the word occult mean hidden. If you're looking for esoteric knowledge, esoteric, another, well, we define it in the book. It means a knowledge only a few people can understand, only a few knows. All right? Now, today is called, well, they talk about the Lion's Gate. Okay. Lion's Gate portal astrology, which is today. What is the 8-8 Lion's Gate? Of course, 8-8, new beginning. 8-8-8, the triple eight. All right, which is go from the astral, physical, and the spiritual. All right, the three bodies are blessed with the 8. All right, so Lion's Gate is opening today. If I open in astrology, when is the Lion's Gate is opening? 2024.
According to Glamour UK, the 8/8 Lion's Gate portal 2024 is today. Here's how to harness its power. This is your opportunity to be proud, have the strength and be your highest self. Astrologists consider today, August 8, 2024, to be one of the luckiest dates ever.
Well, not only that, today is of course Zedek, and as we know in our book, the people that were born on Thursday, you know, Zedek, today is your day, man. The royalty class, the king of queens of this earth, the CEOs, the leaders, the Zedekites, today is your day. And there's a reason why the Lion's Gate opened up today. Remember, the lion is the king. Is this a message to the nation? The lion is a symbol of the kingmanship, so to speak, the kingdom. Judah, which in other word, praise God. Judah is the lion. Today is the Lion's Gate is open. On August 8th of the 8th month, 2024. 888. Well, I can't, let me see if I can write it here. Okay, 8, 8. Okay, now you got 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equal 8. Okay, 888. Let's see if we can get calculator. So we are in the 8th month, all right? Plus the 8th days, which is today, plus the 8th, 2024 equals 8th, 24, which is the 24 elders, which is the 24 elders of the 24 angels and all that thing. And all that. 2 plus 4, 6, the number of men. Now, because, let us focus on the 888. There we go. Because the 888 is a sign of blessing. Today is Zedek, Jupiter, the planet of wealth, the planet of giant wealth and wisdom and blessing, abundance. Then at Genesis 15 verse 14, the Holy One did say, also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. See, Zedek, what you're calling Jupiter, is a planet of great substance. Excuse me. The people that are born on Thursday, you are known as a Zedekite. The word Zedek, again, we're just going to go a little bit of what's in the book, okay? Zedek. Okay, well, just...
The deck around Miami, sure.
Okay, Zedek, but they... no, what the hell is this? Okay, Zedek... Okay, sometimes they put with a K, with a Q. Let's just, okay, the Zedek. All right, well, the Aish, Zedek is a Hebrew name. Okay, of course, Aish always swagger jack. Okay, well, definition, meaning. Justice. Zedek is a Hebrew word that translates to justice. Well, that's not what that is in English, but the concept goes far beyond just fair treatment and equal opportunities. Zedek is seen as fundamental value that encompasses morality and righteousness. That's false. That's not what that is. Melchizedek. Melchizedek, the great king, Shem, okay, well, or some of us know it as Enoch himself. He was a high priest, okay, of the Most High God Almighty. He was the one doing his time into the Luvian. He was the one who passed on the mantle into Abraham, which became a high priest. And after that, Abraham passed it on into David. Now we are in the house of David. Zedek is another word for great king. It has nothing to do with justice or whatever. Yes, to a point, but no. See, Thursday belong to Zedek, and what color is for Thursday for those of you who are studying with us? Is that thing even recording right now? Is it recording? Yes, it is. What color is for today? Zedek. Let me make sure if today is Thursday, because I've been getting inadequate sleep. I sleep 2-3 hours, wake up, do stuff. What is today's date?
It is Thursday, August 8th, 2024.
Good. Today is Thursday, which is another word, Zedek. Thursday is ruled by Zedek, or Jupiter, the biggest planet, the planet of wealth, the planet, the royalty class. Again, the people, we don't want to say too much. If you want to find out what planet you were born under, get the book. It explains everything. There's a reason why the Lions Gate opened up today, which is the lion is a symbol of wealth, kingship, respect, authority, which is all attributed to Zedek, leadership and stuff. Is it the mighty one when he opened the gate of the lion on Zedek today, which is Jupiter, and what we call it in the woman language? Again, if it was Greek, you would have known Zeus. Of course, they swagger jack all those stuff from us. Is the mighty one switching the kingdom and give it unto us of today? Was it because of this earthquake is a sign? Deborah, the great judge, is still judging. Today, the Lionsgate portal is open. Now, what that is, from today, there is a new, from today to tomorrow, there is a new powerful energy, and this energy is great in abundance. For instance, where is the planet Jupiter right now? What house is the planet Jupiter is right now? It should be in Mars. Let me see. Position in the outer solar system, planet from the sun is also considered. Okay. Oh wow, it's already moved to Taurus. Okay. I believe Zedek is in the house of. Is in the house of Taurus. And what house is the planet Jupiter as we speak right now? It should be in Taurus, right? 12th house? Ah, no. I used to go to a website. But anyway, if it's in the house of Taurus, the people that were born in the house of Taurus, hey, this is a great day for you, man. Harness this energy, get this great substance. If you're a Zedekite born in the house of Taurus, this is a win-win for you. And if you don't know what that is, well, get the book and study this part. All the information are in there. Okay? The color for today, which is Thursday, Zedek, is blue. The metal is tin. There's a perfume and cologne that the people that were born on Thursday supposed to wear every Thursday. They're supposed to wear blue, wear the cologne, have the angels for today, talk to the angels for the day of Zedek, and the archangel for the day of Zedek. They're supposed to behave a certain way according to the day of their birth. As you can see here in our book, you can see upper left is blue, which symbolizes Zedek. Upper right, which red, which symbolizes the people in the comment can tell you. Lower right, which is green, symbolizes the people in the comment board can tell you, and the live chart can tell you. The lower left is yellow, the people in the comment board can tell you. The purple, which is the circle, represent the people can tell you. And the black star represent the people can tell you. And the book is white, which a group of people that are the adapters can tell you what that means. Each of everything here is coded. It's a sealed book. If you're not one of us, you don't know what's in there. Okay? Thank you for all of the people that bring the review. We're going to study the book beginning most likely in December. And after the study, everyone will go ahead and put their reviews in there. You're going to be honest. Put the good and the bad. Let's keep on moving with the Lionsgate. How long we are into this thing? Is it even recorded? Because sometime, here we go. Lionsgate is open, man.
The employees I spoke with are heartbroken.
There you go.
All right, and now to a developing story. Financial struggles at Texas Children's Hospital leave hundreds of employees without jobs. That is according to a spokesperson who confirmed 5% of the hospital's workforce has been laid off.
KPRC2 has reached out to Texas Children's Hospital asking specific details about the layoffs. Their spokesperson said that they are only confirming information that was released in an article posted by the Houston Chronicle at this time. KPRC2 reporter Corley Peel joining us now live with how employees are taking this news. Corley.
The employees I spoke with are heartbroken. Many of them have spent decades working here at Texas Children's Hospital, and now they're having to look for a new job. And majority of the people I spoke with say they were aware of the financial issues that the hospital has been facing. The Texas Children's website shows its North Austin Urgent Care campus is closed.
Now, what seems to be the problem? A year ago, we had posted in our community posts on YouTube that in Fort-Lauderdale, they did close the maternity ward where they give the birth to the babies. And now, there are quite a few hospitals around the United States, so to speak, around the world that are closing. A lot of elementary school are closed. A lot of preschool are closed. Middle school are closed. Quite a few high school are closed. I believe Sister Lisa did had a video. Oops. Uh-oh. Is that the one? Okay. Sister Lisa. Elisa Cabrera. No, it's not Elisha Cabrera, but whatever. Oh, they have a Elisa Cabrera. I was not aware of that, but anyway. A few. Oh, she's talking about the Lionsgate, of course. Okay, and if you have the book, it will explain to you the things you should do today. Which one of you today is your special day? Anybody today is your special day? Anyone? Okay, anyone today is your special day? August 8th should be one of you should have your special day. That's a big day. If today is your special day, man, you should stop this video right now and do something special. You know, it should be time for you to do something special. You know what to do. The instruction are in the book. But anyway, one college university closes in America per week without warning students and faculty. Okay, I highly recommend you go watch this video. Every single week, there's a college, university, they just close without no warning, without saying anything, and so they just close. And when the students show up, they're like, "What the hell? What's going on?" Well, they close. Now, why is that? Why is it the colleges are being closed, the schools and literally are being closed down? Well, number one, the blessing is over. The blessing is done. Two, those people do not have that much kids. They are childless people, okay? A lot of their kids were no more doing the and they are not reproducing, so they don't care about our kids though. They're like, your children they're on your own, which is good. We don't want our children in those institutions anyway, if we have to send them there, because we are still, well, anyway. But the thing is, they can't have children. They foresee that in the future that's set for them. That's why they are cutting off all those help or aid to those schools and hospital and stuff like that, because they don't have that much. Remember, we made a video probably almost a year ago that Italy had 90 days there were no birth in there. You do know what that means, right? In 3 months, no babies were born in the entire country. Basically, those folks are going extinct. And Korea, South, North, the same thing. Japan, same thing. All over the world, except for very specific other community, kids are being born like crazy. It has to be about the money too. They are losing a hell of a lot of money. A hell of a lot of money. I have a sister that had shared a testimony with me. Well, I'm not in the other computer, but I must see if I can find it and play it out loud in my stuff and the thing. So after that, we're going to play this.
Callie Pena learned her job no longer exists.
I was like in shock. I actually cried. I was very hurt, angry, upset. I think it was many emotions because I moved my life here. I started with Texas Children's about a little over a year ago, and I actually started in Houston. I transferred my life to Austin to help open up this place.
A hospital spokesperson confirmed information posted in a Houston Chronicle article.
Okay,
saying
let's go back again.
Very hurt.
So you can let me enlarge this if you guys can see it better. You can't see it better when we enlarge it. Let's because but anyway. Watch I said iPhone 9 here, which is of course the number 9. Let's watch this.
Her
Okay,
angry,
look below
upset.
left.
I think it was many emotions
Okay,
because I
iPhone
moved
9.
my life here. I started with Texas Children's about a little over a year ago.
You know
and
what
I
to
I
do.
just
You know what
started
number
in
9
Houston.
stands
I
for.
transferred my life to Austin to help open up this place.
A hospital spokesperson confirmed information posted in
And then the hospital right here
confirmed information
got a giant number 9. I mean, you can't make this up. Okay? All right, let's keep on moving.
posted in a Houston Chronicle article, saying cutting 5% of its workforce eliminates roughly 1,000 jobs out of about 20,000 employees. Lower patient volumes and financial challenges are contributing factors.
I'm in a contract as well. So to find out my contract didn't even protect me during this was also very, the easiest word is disheartening. It was really, really sad. I was told I wasn't able to look for.
And then the number 10 right here. You know who's in the midst, you know who's closing those hospitals. Remember, we do the nation, what is this? Inactive tabs get in the loop. Anyway, we do have an angel of peace in the midst of us.
For a job. During my contract, I was told that I wasn't able to transfer.
Greg Rosenberg is an employee attorney not affiliated with the layoffs. He says mass layoffs are difficult for employees to challenge legally.
Somebody challenging a layoff would have to prove that the layoff as it applies to them was motivated by some protected characteristics, such as age, gender, national origin. And typically they check all those boxes before they choose the individuals for layoff.
Did they offer you a severance package?
They're going to give us a recommendation letter to help us get a job. They are going to financially help support us till October 5th.
And you can see behind this young woman right there, the same number, 10, on the right of her. Well, I don't know. On my right, it's 10, which is on her left. And on her left, here is 9. You can't make this up. Judgment by whom? Destruction by whom? Number 9 here, and number 10 here. What's her name? Did I define her name? I'm not quite sure what her name is. They put her name here. Carly Peel? Wow. Okay, well, is it corny or corny or corny Peel? Like Carly, what does the name Carly means? What does the name Carly means? Oh boy, it's gonna be hard. Carly? Weird. Again, beloved, this is not their real name. It's just their anchor name. Carly? Carefree? Is that what that is? Carefree, cheery, benevolent? Carefree, cheery, benevolent. Carly is a gender-neutral name that means carefree, cheery, or benevolent. It is a variant of the Old English names Carlis, which has the same sweet meaning. So her name means be at peace. Okay, carefree, cheery, benevolent, be at peace. It's literally what her name means. And behind her, okay, there's number 9 and number 10. Great glory to the mighty one. Let's keep on moving.
Scenes playing out in the Bronx.
Rain and flooding led to some very intense moments last night. Take a look at the flooding in Central Park Avenue near The cross-county parkway. This is in Yonkers. The floodwaters nearly swallowing that car out there, but luckily the driver managed to flag down a truck driver for help.
Similar scenes playing out in the Bronx. This MTA bus full of passengers drove through the high water, some of that water seeping in under the doors.
But with flooding like this, the NYPD is now using drones to help with rescues. This is new video showing how the devices can help spot stranded drivers and alert teams on the ground to their exact location.
People are also cleaning up from messes like this. A massive tree falling, crushing several cars in the Kingsbridge section of the Bronx. But some of the worst damage we've seen, a ceiling starting to cave in at this apartment in Jersey City Heights. You can see water pouring in from above. The people who live here desperately trying to contain it with buckets and towels.
Well, Lee will have a look at the rain totals in just a minute, but we are going to begin with Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu live in Inglewood with a look at all of the damage there. Janice.
Liz, David, you can see the water here behind me. The levels might not look high, but that's because a lot of that has receded. And because of all of the rain, that consistent rain we saw last night, a lot of the people in Englewood today left up cleaning up that mess. And everyone we talked to today says that they knew it was going to rain, but they didn't realize it would be flooding and causing this big of a problem. In fact, many of them say they haven't dealt with this kind of flooding since Hurricane Ida.
That is because it is a hurricane. They don't want to panic the people. They say, oh, well, it's going to rain and stuff. They knew it was a hurricane. They don't tell them. Okay, let's keep on moving.
Cleanup is underway at a rectory in Englewood after Tuesday's rain poured into the basement. The water strong enough to rip off a behind me. The levels might not look high, but that's because a lot of that has receded. And because of all of the rain, that consistent rain we saw last night, a lot of the people in Englewood today left up cleaning up that mess. And everyone we talked to today says that they knew it was going to rain, but they didn't realize it would be flooding and causing this big of a problem. In fact, many of them say they haven't dealt with this kind of flooding since Hurricane Ida. Cleanup is underway at a rectory in Englewood after Tuesday's rain poured into the basement. The water strong enough to rip off a part of a door.
I maybe tore off the last 6 inches, but it just ripped it off.
Lynn Weber is the minister at the Church of the Atonement, and she says the water levels rose to at least 3 feet in a matter of an hour.
It just overflowed, it overpowered all the drains, and it came down into this lower level.
And when the water receded, the floor was left caked in mud, and the majority of their belongings were destroyed.
We had furniture, all of which we had to throw out, and a computer, and lots of books. My husband and I have lots of books, and being ministers, we have lots of commentaries and history books as well as children's books, and so we've lost just a lot, and we're trying to clear off a few pieces of things that are.
Now, how many of those books, beloved, belong to us? How many of those books that hide our history, or how many of those books that have our history and those folks hide them? How many of those books that they have the truth in there and those people hoarded them? Okay, those are the people that you don't see, that they have those mini libraries or those bunkers where they put our books and just leave them there. So you won't have to find them. You won't have to read them. See, with the power of the Holy Spirit, we can sense things. We can feel things. Let me see. What's her name? What's her name again? It should be here.
Part of a door.
I maybe tore off the last 6 inches, but it just ripped it off.
Lynn Weber is the minister at the Church of the Atonement, and she says the water levels rose to at least 3 feet in a matter of an hour.
So this church, those church people, how many of those books belong to us? Or yet, how many of those books have so much lies? Things that you folks reworked, altered, changed, Like Mr. Stones and all of his books, he just altered everything, skip things, take things out, sneakily doing stuff. And this is what the angels are doing on the behalf of all prayers, of course.
It just overflowed, it overpowered all the drains, and it came
Lynn
down
Weber.
into this lower level.
And when the water receded, the floor was left caked in mud and the majority of their belongings were destroyed.
We had furniture, all of which we had to throw out, and a computer, and lots of books. My husband and I have lots of books, and being ministers, we have lots of commentaries and history books as well as children's books, and so we've lost just a lot, and we're trying to clear off a few pieces of things that have survived.
Meantime, several miles away,
they're cat houses. They were two against here, and
the rainwater flooded the backyard at the Start to Animal Shelter on Cedar Lane, and water rushed into the dog kennels.
here the water was pretty high. So when he came in, they were standing on their beds, which still had water on them.
First responders had to use their vehicles to bring the dogs to safety. Now, the manager of the shelter, Jody LaPera, says the cats were okay because they were able to get on higher ground. And she says they always prepare for heavy rain, but they didn't realize just how bad the flooding would be this time around.
Sometimes the street will get flooded, but it doesn't come in here. It's a strong current, I guess, that comes through. All the cat houses in the back are in one big bunch. So the last time that happened was when the hurricanes were here.
And you know, the animal shelter says they're really grateful to everyone who stepped up. All 6 of the dogs who were in the shelter were able to find foster homes for the time being. The manager tells me she is hoping that these fosters will be able to keep the dogs in their care until.
I hope our people are safe over there in New Jersey. I have no doubt this thing primarily targeted and hit 83. Beloved, this is not a coincidence. This is not something that happened 10 days ago, okay? August 7th, yesterday, before the Lionsgate and stuff like that. Or August 7th, and sure, the thing with the 7 in it. What you are seeing here, brethren, this is not something that happened 2-3 years or a couple of weeks. People may ask themselves, but why Big Levi? But why those things are happening? Well, of course, not to us, but why is it happening to them? Isn't we supposed to get some Jacob's trouble? Well, wasn't those people, those church people, supposed to come with FEMA and the UN trucks and the military coming in the hood, arresting our men, the women, the children, and rape and rob them right in front of everyone, and put us in those cages and gas chamber and kill us, and FEMA, National Guard, the UN? Wasn't this supposed to happen? Wasn't we supposed to go to a 7-year tribulation, the Antichrist, the chip going to come, Bill Gates going to force you to take a tattoo that matches your eyes, all this nonsense and garbage? Why are they? Where's the rapture? Why am I not being raptured now, Big Levi? That's what I want to know. Well, the reason why you don't see all those so-called prophecies are being fulfilled because they are a bunch of lies. Those are things that happened before. They already done all those things. In 1492, when you folks came upon our loin, you did those things. You did worse than that. While all those calamities and great cataclysms are happening in the midst of 83, 15 verse 13, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. 1619, 2019, beloved, the entire world locked down. It wasn't done because of the elite were testing how we going to react. Those people didn't go ahead and test drugs in the neighborhood and see how we're going to react. They didn't just test chattel slavery. They didn't test the Inquisition. This is not something the so-called the elite were responsible for. You see, in 2020, a lot of them indeed did perish. That's why those hospitals are closing down. Those schools are closing down. Because the head of a lot of them are no more. They don't want to see it, but we can see it. Right after 2019, 2020 hit, and the effects of 2020 still lingering. It's still here. It's still there. There's nothing you can do to remove it. The curses are switched, man. No matter what 83 do right now, they can't get out of this. It's a loop. Why? Because, of course, Genesis 15 verse 14 is in the midst right here. Go ahead, right there. Genesis 15 verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. There is a judgment upon this nation. There is a great judgment around the world upon this nation. How long we are into this? All right, let's keep on moving.
Cancer was more than 30%. I'm not used to being in this position, and it's I feel like I've let everybody I care about down.
Again, listen to what she said. I just can't do it anymore. Property tax increase, his latest blow too. Really? To struggling Lincoln mom. All right, that was 10 days ago. July 8, 28th, 10 days ago. That's somewhere. Somebody sent me this. Listen to what she said. Listen.
I'm not used to being in this position, and it's I feel like I've let everybody I care about down.
I'm not used to being in this situation. This is a very stressful, very hard situation that I'm in right now. And I'm not used to these things, this struggle. I just can't do it anymore. I felt like I let everybody that counted on me, I let them down. See, beloved, 83 was not built to handle stress. Okay?
Connie Vogt is a single mother who's helping her 2 sons through college. She also looks after her own mother, who has dementia. But a couple years ago, Connie had to focus on her own health. Her mammogram results were irregular, so she had to have a mastectomy.
If I wouldn't have done...
So, you see how they respected this woman? Corey, she's a single mother, supported her son going to college, supporting her mother, which has dementia, supporting herself. You see how they don't vilify her? You see how they don't go out there and say, well, you know, she doesn't know her husband, deadbeat, leave her. She doesn't need no man. Her children is on drugs. She had addiction and unwed mother. They don't humiliated her. For some reason now being single is the way to go. It's the best way. People are glorifying the single life. When you people were in your blessing, the money was flowing, your husband were in the house, you were antagonizing our people, our women, telling them to be single, they don't need men, while you have multiple men, while you have your husband, you got another one, you have the boyfriend, and you have other women that you were doing things to and they were giving you money. And you were portraying yourself as a strong white woman that go out there that can do anything by herself. And our women copy you. They bought into it. You send women that look like our women to trick them and to believing that they can do it by themselves. It's not like they had a husband or they had a man that died or something happened and stuff. They don't need any man at all. They can do everything by themselves. And that's what you did. And of course, you people come with terms and all those feminist movement that you started, the white man started, and put you in there, and you put our women at the head of it. Now suddenly there is a single life is being raised as the pedestal of dating now. Back then, you were calling our single men and women that were unable to get married, you are calling them losers. The black woman is the most single woman out there because they are unwed, they can't get married because the black man is a loser. He doesn't want to do anything, he's lazy, he don't want to work. Although you destroy our places, you destroy our work, and even when we are working, we're not getting the money we're supposed to get. And then when we get the money we're supposed to get, we get harassed and all this nonsense, property taxes, redlining our people, and then now, there you go. She's a single, strong mother and stuff. Now being single is the way to go. Marriage is suddenly a scam. No one wants to date anymore because the money, the blessing is not in it. When the money wasn't there, the blessing wasn't there, when everything was in one accord with you people. It was all marriage. The church were loaded with you people because you were enjoying the blessing. And we couldn't do those things. Now, there is a new beginning. Things switch. And this is what's coming out of your mouth right now.
And the surgery, the potential for me to have breast cancer, significant invasive breast cancer, was more than 30% in the next 2 years, and then it goes up every year after that.
After the surgery last November, Connie had complications.
I ended up having to go to UNMC to have emergency surgery, and the emergency surgery was out of network. So I have a phenomenal out-of-pocket expense for that.
Connie needed to take weeks off of work, and her family depends on her paycheck. That's why it was such a blow when she found out her bills would be going up significantly.
And they sent me a letter that said my mortgage was going to be almost $700 a month more than it was before. And I said, I can't do this. And they said, well, it has to do with property taxes and increased evaluations and all of that.
Connie and her sons moved into their Lincoln home about 6 years ago. Since then, she says the valuation has nearly doubled, and the new mortgage would take up 50% of her income.
Raised taxes and raised evaluations, and it seems like every time you try to get on top of it, there's another blow.
There you go. There you go. There you go. This is the definition of the curse. No matter what you do, you think you're taking care of this problem, you think you get away, you think you assimilate with those people, they won't see you, you think the curse won't follow you, you did well, you go to school, you study, you speak well, you behave yourself, you don't do drugs, you don't get involved with nonsense, everything was supposed to be working right, then again everything keep working the other side, the other way, the opposite way. Let's play this again.
It seems like every time you try to get on top of it, there's another blow.
Connie only has another 2 weeks to come up with the money.
It seems like every time you try to get on top of it, there's another blow.
Connie only has another 2 weeks to come up with the money.
I feel like I failed. I was trying to be the best mom I could be. Trying to be the best for my mom. And I just can't do it anymore.
Her son says it's hard to see his mother put in a difficult position.
It's been rough. She tried to protect us from the reality of it.
Okay, protect what? This dude is at least 6'2", a giant 1970s or 80s porn mustache. The guy, this is a man here. Why isn't helping? What the hell? Why isn't he getting a job? What seems to be the issue here? She's protecting you. You're supposed to be protecting her. You're supposed to be at that age right now, a collegian. You're supposed to be the one that have 2 jobs. One job, going to college, the other one providing for your mother, make sure she's well, providing for your grandmother. She has 2 sons. What the hell you guys are doing in the house, man? Well, of course, that lady over there, a couple of months ago, she came out and said, well, there's an epidemic of young white men 18 to 34, home, playing video games, watching porn, and don't want to do nothing, don't want to work, don't want to do anything. Maybe this fellow is probably one of them. I mean, look at this dude with this 1800 mustache. Look at this. I mean, all this dude has to do right now is put on a cowboy hat and a cowboy boot, and he's Yosemite Sam. You got these giant dudes. This dude can't work. They simply don't want to work. Okay, wait, hang on. They got another one over there I was seeing at the football place. Let me see what's going on here. Is that, no, that's not the same guy. This one has long hair. You got those full bearded dudes. They are full bearded men. This dude could be a wrestler. Well, more like a registered sex offender. Those are grown ass men. And you see that nobody's calling them out. Nobody's saying, okay, why are you lazy white men going out there trying to look for a job? Why are you guys all doing stuff? Like, why are you hiding under the title of going to college? Well, I'm busy. I'm going to college and stuff like that. Yeah, you're going to college 24/7. Those are men. You're supposed to be there protecting your mother, providing a place for her to stay, paying the rent. Take charge, damn it. Where is the father for that mother? Why isn't the father in the home? Why is it the father or the dad is in the household? What seems to be the problem here? You got a grown-ass man, full bearded, long hair. He can't get a job, or he doesn't want to work. Maybe he could actually be a real registered sex offender. He can get this job, because if those guys are watching things online, things that related to little small human being, and they might get involved with things that is not. Those guys may be major and minor. There's a possibility that this dude, he's a major fellow, but his interest might be, or should, or could be, well in the minor. Something must have been wrong with them for not working. But anyway, dog, it's just like, this is weird. You got those grown-ass two men, college ages, I'm assuming they're 18 and over, cannot help their mothers, don't want to help their mother, and are complaining and begging.
Her son says it's hard to see his mother put in a difficult position.
It's been rough. She tried to protect us from the reality of it for a while. I just kind of have to hope there's a light at the end of the tunnel for us at this point.
Connie hopes something is done about property taxes soon.
There has to be some relief, because people just are scraping to get by at this point.
Welcome to our world. Welcome to the curses. Remember what you did? You redlining us. You take the best homes, the best place. Well, this is your lot now. Property taxes being increased, and I was sick. I didn't get the money, and the $700 increase. I need to take care of my mom, which has dementia. My two sons can't work. Well, why? Why not? Well, they're in college. Well, they could have get a part-time job. There's freaking Uber, Lyft. They could have do delivering pizza, delivering food. You just do this a few hours. Well, there was an incident that happened. My son thought, he thought He thought he was a dwarf. I don't want to call them little person and stuff. He's so into little person. Some people say midget, but it wasn't, and he did stuff onto that little boy, and he thought he was like a little person. But both of your son? Yeah. Well, one of them was filming, the other one was doing. So they can't get any job because they are into those people that are below 4 feet. Well, I don't understand his, but little people, their age is actually they live very long. Some of them live hundreds of years. Well, again, like I said, they thought they were little people. They thought they were dwarves. They thought they were elves. You know those little elves that do fixing gift for Santa? Yeah. Well, apparently those elves that fixes those gifts for children, they were not elves or dwarves. But well, then what was them? What happened? I think my lawyer said I shall not answer further question. Thank you very much. But they are good people, okay? They are good kids. I mean, that's the only explanation here. You got two grown-ass men in a home. They don't want to work. They don't want to do anything, play video game and act like they are going to college. Let's take a break.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
All right. Let's keep on. Oh, how long we are into? Is that thing even record? Oh, good grief. All right, let's keep on moving. Boy, it's already 6:17. I got a PM. I was supposed to do this thing this morning, but I got caught up with a lot of stuff. But anyway, let's do the best we can do to finish this thing. And I believe Sister Kayla have a video and Brother Eliezer, they have a video for the book. So let's finish this thing.
This reported tornado that has hit Wilson County this morning, leaving behind extensive damage.
CBS 17's Dina Harley joining us live from Wilson County. Good morning, Dina.
Yeah, good morning, Bill and Bria. Bill, you said it, just extensive damage. We've been all over Wilson County this morning. We're on Lloyd Road right now, and just take a look behind me. You can just see the damage left by that storm this morning that we're still feeling. You can still see and hear the rain coming down here on Lloyd Road, and just take a look at these homes. This one right in front of us with the brick, the roof just completely gone. You can essentially see inside of the home, the front door gone, the home next to it, the siding gone. And this has really been the story in this area. There's a few blocks around.
Okay, where
here
is
and there,
that
just
exactly? I'm not quite sure. Where Lucama is it? Where is that? Is it in Oklahoma or places that are prone to tornado? Let me see. It's extremely life happening, affected. What state is this? Yes, what state is that? North Carolina. Oh, North Carolina. All right, North Carolina. All right, let's see what's going on here.
number of homes that we've seen just absolutely destroyed by this storm. This one, it looks like a tree came down onto the home. It's kind of hard to tell right now because it's just such a mess, such a chaotic scene here in Wilson County, but it looks like that tree may have fallen onto the home. Another thing we're seeing a lot of is just take a look at the ground here. I'll have my photographer pan down. You can see next to me here as well on the side of the road, just this flooding that we're seeing really everywhere and ponding, and the roads themselves are passable and you can still drive on them, but this is really what we're seeing all over is just this flooding, this ponding on the sides of roads and people trying to get by slowly. You can see just cars just inching along the road here because there's just really, you don't know what you're coming across. There's a lot of debris, there's a lot of trees down, limbs down. Let's go back over to the homes now and give you another look at these homes and just the extensive damage that we are seeing here. Again, we're on Lloyd Road. You can see two homes here, but I can tell you really this entire stretch of road, this is what we've seen here. We were driving around all morning here, and even before the sun came up, we could see trees down on homes. Just a really devastating scene here. Another devastating scene about a block away from here, I would say, or less than a mile. I want to show you video now of Springfield Middle School. That was one of the first reports of damage that we got in this morning here in Wilson County. Texting with the woman who walked over there this morning and took photos and videos of Springfield Middle School and the damage there. Just a heartbreaking scene. She told me that her son is a student there. Just something that they didn't expect. And, you know, Debbie, we've been talking for days now about the impacts that we were going to see from Debbie, but it's hard to really prepare people for what they're seeing here in Wilson.
Again, beloved, they are not telling the people the truth, okay? They are not telling them that, hey, Debbie is the bow at the George and it's a hurricane. It's very bad. It's going to do a lot of damage. Well, they say, well, it's a tropical depression. It's a storm. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. It's not going to be that much. The damage is going to be under control. You know, just go ahead and watch your TV shows, man. Get some food and, you know, hey, R. Kelly, man. You know, they're gonna release R. Kelly. Go talk about that. Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson is still alive. Tupac is working somewhere in a restaurant in Cuba. Let's keep on moving.
Yards were turned into lakes. One local official said that.
Oops. What is this?
South Carolina. Overnight tropical storm Debbie made her second slow-motion landfall, this time in Bulls Bay, South Carolina, less than 20 miles north of Charleston. Since it first came ashore as a hurricane along Florida's Gulf Coast on Monday, the storm has resulted in at least 6 deaths. Now it's taking aim at North and South Carolina, plus Virginia, and we could see the threat of flooding as far north as Vermont. In Bullock County, Georgia, which is about 50 miles northwest of Savannah, you can see here yards were turned into lakes. One local official said that he has never seen anything like this in more than 75 years. The system, which is moving at a...
How many years, beloved? Simpson County, North Carolina. Interesting. 75 years. All right, then, let's keep on moving.
Crawl is not only dumping record rain, it's spawning multiple tornadoes, leaving behind a trail of destruction like this in North Carolina. NBC News correspondent Aaron McLaughlin's on the ground in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is about 70 miles north of where Debbie made her second landfall early this morning. Aaron, good morning. What are conditions like right now? What are you seeing?
Hey, Joe, as you can tell, it's extremely windy. At this point, the tropical storm made landfall at around 2 a.m. in the morning, about 70 miles south of where I'm standing, moving inland very slowly. And inland right now, Joe, is the primary concern, the full impact of the volume of water that is associated with what has been categorized as a super soaker falling on rivers and streams. Those effects, we're told by officials, won't be realized for days, potentially weeks. You mentioned overnight as well, there were reports of tornadoes in nearby North Carolina, at least one tornado striking a home there. Overall, the governor of South Carolina said that this state has been lucky. No fatalities reported in this state, although we know that 4 people were killed in Florida and 1 person was killed in Georgia when this storm was hurricane strength. We're waiting for those overnight damage assessments.
That's the thing. They don't want to tell the people how severe this thing is. It's a storm. It's just like the depression. A depression storm with hurricane strength, wind strength. This thing is this is a freaking hurricane. That's what that is. But they don't want to say it. Nonetheless, beloved, I believe I found the video, the audio of the sister talking about the healthcare thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it after that.
Now here in Myrtle Beach, folks so far are breathing a sigh of relief. The biggest impact has been really just local flooding along the coast in this coastal town. Joe.
You know, Aaron, this has been a story all week because Debbie is just inching along, moving at about 5 miles an hour. Typically, a storm this size moves between 11 and 12 miles an hour. It also came ashore while it was still dark out. So with all that in mind, what are officials' biggest concerns in the coming hours and days?
Yeah, as I mentioned, their biggest concern at this point, at least here in South Carolina, is what's happening inland. When all of this water hits those rivers and creeks, the potential for flooding still very much a concern. In this coastal community,
don't do
the
that,
impact
beloved. Don't
is
do
economics.
This.
You know, tourism.
Don't do that. Don't. Please, don't do this. Don't drive very fast in a car like this, okay? Let me see, right here.
It's just the height of the summer season, and people are probably just dwelling and tucking down and hunkering down and trying to get ready for the storm like everybody else.
This isn't good for business.
It's not, no, but we can't stop God.
Woo! Yeah! I like that. We can't stop God. Some of the 83 are humbling themselves down. They can't stop God, man. Cannot stop the Most High God Almighty, because your God won't do this to you. I mean, He's been blessing you, man. Cesare Borgia won't do this to you, sir. Okay?
Of the summer season, and people are probably just dwelling and tucking down and hunkering down and trying to get ready for the storm like everybody else.
This isn't good for business.
It's not, no, but we can't stop God. You know, it's what it is.
Hey,
we'll deal with it.
That's what that is. Deal with it. You can't stop the Most High wrath. The Most High wrath. The Most High wrath. You can't stop the Most High wrath. Deal with it. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. All right. Concerning the healthcare things, let us listen to the sister. In the meantime, we ask the nation. You know, you can get the book. There is a link in the description. Also, there should be a link in the chat room pin. So let's listen to what the sister is saying. Again, I'm not in my other computer, the Mac, so the audio is going to sound a little bit off.
Shalom, Big Levi. This is Sister Carla, and I want to salute the nation of Israel as well. But I don't know if anybody else is feeling the not even the pressure, but it's not even a concern. But what's happening is, since the Most High is tearing down the system, the Babylonian system, the Gentiles, the 83 is holding on their might. So what's happening at work? We see in healthcare, I work in healthcare, the money, everything is slipping away. They're causing us, the worker bees, to work even harder. The more they lose money, the more it's our fault. So we have to work harder. They're lowballing people with pay. They're very angry and very agitated. Of course, we're praying for this and everything. And, I'm not afraid of that. I've been fasting even more for these people. But there's a lot of people that I'm speaking with that's, that's awake, but they're getting concerned and they're getting exhausted. We are all getting exhausted with the work that we have to be doing because they are losing money. Doctors are jumping ship. They're not getting paid their their money because of course they never worked anyway. So therefore they're losing money. The hospitals, the clinics, it's a bloodbath, and it's getting worse. So I just wanted to relay this to the nation to take heed, make sure that you're doing everything that's necessarily possible to get healthy, to eat correctly, because it's we're there, and this is the healthcare aspect of it. So make sure you have your supplies. Make sure you have first aid kits. Make sure you have everything, because what we're also seeing is a lot of these members is not having a lot of their supplies. Their hours are being cut off. Medicaid and Medicaid is not paying. Medicare is not paying. It's a bloodbath. If some people says they're getting their services met, some aren't. And I was just speaking to a member that was in the ED for 3 days for dizziness, and the doctors still don't know what's going on. Told him they discharged him as of yesterday and said, we don't know what's happening to you. So you gotta go. So now he's going to see another neurologist tomorrow. But when you are referred to these doctors, a lot of these doctors don't know what's happening either. So please take heed, eat healthy, do what you gotta do, because in the healthcare aspect, and I guess you'll find other people in the nation probably telling you the same thing. All right, this is all I wanted to say. Thank you. And shalom family, shalom Big Levi. Thank you.
Thank you, beloved sister. All right. So that was the sister talking about the healthcare thing, and then a lot of people, they are losing money. When those people, they are losing their money and they don't play that, okay? So again, beloved, this is the book, so it's 36% off. It used to be 32%, so they are dropping the price. So that's good. That's good. You make it more affordable. I'm not quite sure why what Amazon is doing. The listed price was $65, so it's a great time for the people to get it now, because in the next few weeks it will go back to $65, I guess. Let's keep on moving.
A solid track forecast, knowing that Debbie would meet.
Okay, tornado kills at least one in North Carolina. Boy, this is, let me see this, I may have. Okay, you know what? Let's, okay, you know what? Let me see how long we are into this. Oh, 37. Okay, let's play this. Here we go. Let's play this and let you folks watch. This is pretty much the same thing, but they give more details in this one.
Meander off the coast of South Carolina, but what we have seen now has been this impact of Debbie turning severe and reaching almost a fever pitch overnight, notably in North Carolina. A likely tornado led to damage in Wilson County. It's about an hour east of North Carolina's state capital of Raleigh. Extensive damage at one of the middle schools in Lucama. The National Weather Service will head out to survey that damage later this afternoon. Already there, though, Fox Weather's Robert Ray live in Lucama in North Carolina. Robert, curious, the middle school, of course, that video is jarring because you think of who goes to those schools. It's kids, a vulnerable part of our population. How close are you to the school? I was wondering. It's nearby, I believe.
Yeah, we are, I would say, if not 3/4 of a mile, but a mile away, and it's blocked off, and there's a reason why it's all blocked off right now. We now have some breaking news from Wilson County, unfortunately confirmed. There is a death here because of this possible tornado scenario. And, officials, first responders have been on the ground seeing scenes like this, ripped over. This pine tree just slashed at its base. That's not an easy thing for winds to do. So this must have been really quite violent when it came in. The home behind me, the fire department just showed up in the past hour. And when they did, I started to follow them in as they were looking for a woman that they had heard that was in the house. Have a watch. Possible tornado that came down here in Wilson County, homes damaged, and fire department on the scene. They think that there may be someone in this building, and so they're checking right now.
Are you the only one that's in the structure? You're good? Are you sure?
At this point, the fire department has isolated the fact that there is a woman inside this house. She seems to be okay, and that is a good thing, though they are trying to get a discussion going with her.
We just want to make sure
I'm okay. Physically, I'm fine. Mentally, no, I'm not.
Okay.
It's like a nightmare. You think that it will never happen to you, but it happens. It's like a thief in the middle of the night.
What are you guys seeing around the community today?
We initially got dispatched out this morning, approximately 2:40, to a tornado being on the ground. Approximately less than a mile away from here, we had a school, which is Springfield Middle School here in Wilson County, that was destroyed by the tornado. Upon further evaluation of our area, we found multiple houses, homes that had been completely flattened.
Anyone injured?
At this time, I'm not going to disclose that information.
Okay. Still assessing, still very fluid.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And you see the damage there. And at that time, guys, when I talked to the fire department there, you heard him say, I don't want to disclose that. Well, I can see why. They were working to actually get confirmation out and tell us that indeed there was loss of life here. So you see how fluid these situations are. The first responders trying to deal with this the best they can. They, rolling around and talking to community members and then hearing, there might be someone in a house, and that's how it happens. They show up, they knock on the doors, they try to get confirmation, and hopefully they find someone in a healthy condition, which is exactly what that woman said. But yeah, she's physically okay, but mentally not at all. And that is the remnant here of all the violence of Tropical Storm Debbie as it continues to move up. We have breezy conditions still and a light rain right now. So a cautionary tale here in Wilson County, and a very sad morning for this small rural community. Grows tobacco here in North Carolina, the Tobacco Belt, a beautiful place as Debbie will continue to move up. The governor of North Carolina in Raleigh, not too far from here, in contact with first responders here. That area where the middle school was hit, thank God it happened in the middle of the night and there was no one in there. But let alone there has been multiple homes damaged. I wouldn't be surprised if the governor, when possible, makes his way to this county to assess.
Okay. Beloved, based on the information that you've been seeing here, based on the things that we've been playing, not only in this video, but for the past few weeks, for those of you that are new here or the past few months, is this Jacob's trouble? I mean, you just heard the sister. Is this Jacob's trouble? Is it... What's going on here? What seems to be the issue? What is it that those folks can't get any break? And they are not addressing this, okay? The church has nothing to say. Just like they said there were over 400 years of silence, now the church don't want to say anything about the things that are going on now. They don't want to say if it's prophecy or not prophecy. They don't want to say nothing. They just don't say anything. What seems to be the issue? Is this Jacob's trouble? Well, if it is Jacob's trouble, or if it's not Jacob's trouble, are those people ready to mount something, some kind of attack, or they're going to do a last blow, they're going to fight and then vanquish the Messiah, or they're going to kill all of us, or they're going to harm us, at least the chosen one? We have to remove the spells. We have to tell the people, be at peace. There'll be no Jacob's trouble. What you're seeing here, it's the judgment. The reason why those things are happening is because the way those folks been treating our people worldwide, they don't want to pay reparation. They don't want to get off the land. They don't want to do anything. By the way, hey, The only one is wearing them down. Remember, he said he will not kill them or get rid of them in one sweep. He's gradually getting rid of them. That's why they are very upset. They are very aggravated right now. They are losing money. They are losing time. The blessing is not working. The blessing, of course, was white supremacy. Doesn't work anymore. The moment we're awake, it doesn't work on us anymore. Yeah, the 2/3 in the other nation. Yes, but on us, it doesn't work. Okay? Let's keep on moving.
Storms earlier this week caused significant damage in New Jersey. Sections of the Palisades Parkway left a crumbled mess of asphalt and concrete after rainwater flooded it.
Yeah, that park remains closed this afternoon, and with more rain on the way today
okay,
and
look
tomorrow,
at this.
it could be a while before any repairs are made. Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu in Inglewood Cliffs. Janice?
Well, Sandra and Liz, as you guys can tell, the rain is falling now, and as you guys
okay, now it's raining. It's raining, of course. She wear the shirt, number 7 here, 25 over there. You know what to do. 7 here.
And the concern is there is already a lot of damage here at this park. So what are things going to look like as the rain continues to fall throughout today and tomorrow? We'll take a look at this. One of the hikers who was out here this morning sent us these pictures. You can see the damage here. Roads are completely washed out. The brick underneath is also crumbling, and trees have fallen over, and there's debris just all over the place. Now, the Palisades Interstate Park Commission says yesterday's rain simply overwhelmed the drainage system here, causing mudslides in various locations. And as of
now, again, beloved, when you watch those infrastructures or you watch those people engineering feat, those people barely can build anything that can withhold this amount of rain or this mild weather. How the hell they are building weapons that they can fight the angelic beings or they can fight the Most High God Almighty? Don't get me wrong, 83 have certain weapons that they think are quite advanced. It's a sense of the backward engineering and they go out there, so, oh, well, we got this thing and we can do some serious damage. You can't fight something that you can't see. You cannot fight something you cannot tangibly affect. That's like you swinging your sword in the air and try to kill the wind. See, the wind can kill you. Having an AK-47 AR-15 going against a tornado and shoot it and then unload upon it and stuff like that, and having this tornado rip you out. Remember, the tornadoes, they're not just wind that's just going to take you and then drop you somewhere else. They are like blender. That's why when you are blending something, for instance, blending smoothie, okay, let's see. That's why when you're watching a blender blending a smoothie, you can see it forms a tornado. Because at the bottom, the vortex that is at the bottom, it's like a blade. The wind is like a blade. The moment you fell into it, it will shred you like a blender. You see this thing? Let's just do this. See, that's what it is. The tornadoes, the reason why you see a tornado form, because there is a very small portal that is open at the bottom. And then it causes the hole to suck and form a mini black hole, so to speak. And then if you fell into it, it will shred you.
The park's Englewood and Alpine recreation areas and the Henry Hudson Drive between Englewood and Alpine are closed. The hope is to reopen the recreational areas within the week, but the northern section of Henry Hudson Drive, that will likely be closed for a longer time.
Okay,
and
look at the damage.
Like Amber
and this damage, people are going to have to pay for that, all right? Let's keep on moving.
A dog chews on a phone charger.
And I just love this video. You know, I just love this video. All right. It happened 6 hours ago.
A dog chews on a phone charger. Then all of a sudden it sparks, causing a fire. Watch as the mattress goes up in flames. This fire was caught on a family's home camera in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Firefighters continue to warn about the danger.
Okay, let's enlarge this. You can see the number on the truck right here, the number on this truck, and the number right here. 72121. Do your thing.
Dangers that these lithium-ion batteries can cause.
Lithium-ion batteries are known for storing a significant amount of energy in a...
What the hell is this? Who let this dude inside of the oven for that amount of time? What happened to Andrew Little? His name shall be Lil Angel. What happened to this fellow? Sir Andrew Little, did you use cinnamon when you were bathing, or what is that? Are you using syrup as a form of lotion? Were you inside of the fire? This could be soot all over his face. It could be he could be one of those guys that was in the fire trying to get this fellow out of there, you know, the dogs or anything. Sir Andrew Little, wherever you went to that tanning salon, you should get your money back. Wherever that tanning booth that you went in there, who did this to this man? This is a crime right there. Who did that? We're looking at Andrew Levi. After Mahmoud El Levi, now we got Andrew Levi, Andrew Devontae right there. Suddenly, there is an insane amount of people that want to be us. Who did this to this man? I believe, of course, Mr. Sir Andrew Little is a firefighter. It may be on his part-time job. He's a coal miner. Who did this to this man? What happened here? What seems to be the issue? What's going on here? What is it? Is it because of the heat we're going on out there? Did this son, did Shemesh, did you did this to this fellow? It could be a Shemesh. Did you do this to this fellow? What happened to this pancake? Somebody left that thing too long on one side. Whoever did this maintaining job should be brought out there and flogged. What on earth happened here? I'm genuinely confused here. It could be a mask. It could be a mask right there. You know, the fellow, he could put a mask in, you know, trying to, you know, get with Big Levi. Is that what that is? Is that fellow, Andrew Little, sir, are you doing this so you can get a rise out of me? Is that what you people are doing this so you can confuse Big Levi, right? Because you do know I don't like to get confused. If there's one thing I do not like, is getting confused. Is this a fire thing of Andrew Little spokesperson to fire department or spokesperson tanning department? Is that a tanning commercial or some kind of like news station? What's going on here? Who did this to this man? I am genuinely, I'm infuriating right now. Who did this? From one man to another, they did this man wrong right there. See, this is what happened when you went to the swap shop and tried to get a tanning booth. This is what happened when you get drunk and pass out in the street, and then they quickly put these clothes on you and say, hey man, say some few stuff about some fire and stuff. The chief is nowhere to be found. You know, the plague took him. What the hell is going on here? But anyway, we're done roasting this fellow. Or that fellow was already roasted.
compact space. However, when this energy is released uncontrollably, it can generate heat, produce flammable and toxic gases, and even lead to explosions.
Last year, a family from Cincinnati, Ohio says an iPhone exploded, setting fire overnight while 5 kids were sleeping upstairs.
What do you think started the fire?
I'm assuming the battery was so degraded that it overheated. We had no indication that the battery was degraded. The performance of the phone was working fine.
Firefighters say it's critical to follow manufacturer guidelines when using these batteries and only use approved chargers.
These incidents can occur due to various reasons, such as
God,
heat, physical
I just
damage
can't
to the
pass
battery,
this fellow.
overcharging, or even using incompatible charging equipment.
Plus, don't forget to keep them out.
Okay, who did this to this fellow? Okay, yeah, you know what? One more burn. Although that fellow is already burnt. All right, well, let's get one more thing here, okay? Because he reminds me of a character. All right, I don't know what it is, but this fellow, the Mr. Andrew Little, he reminds me of that guy. I'm gonna show you the fellow.
I'm starving. We ain't had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
He reminds me of this guy. I don't know why, but when I watch this, look at the. He reminds me of this fellow. What happened? Was he trying to reach this look? Anyway, he reminds me of this guy.
Why can't we have some meat? What about?
Look at the facials. Look at this.
Name?
They're fresh.
They're fresh. They are not for eating. What about their legs?
They don't need those.
Ooh, they look tasty. Get back, scum! The prisoners go to Solomon, alive and unspoiled. Alive?
Why alive?
Why alive? Did they give good sport? They have something. An elvish weapon. The master wants it for the wall.
There you go. That's the dude.
We have the ring. Shh. As soon as they find out we don't, we're dead. Just a mouthful. A bit off the flank. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
There you go. He reminds me of this orc. Who did this to this man? Anyway, I'll let you go in peace, sir. Wherever you, this guy, he's the only dude that do not deserve to go straight to hell because he already get his ass barbecued by the sun.
Reasons such as exposure to extreme heat, physical damage to the battery, overcharging, or even using incompatible charging equipment.
Plus, don't forget to keep them out of reach of children and pets. In this case, the 2 dogs were able to escape through the doggy door. I'm Lee Sheps for Inside Edition Digital.
The IDF says it has struck a number of Hezbollah terrorists.
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go again. Nation, here we go again. All right, let's clown those fools.
The IDF says it has struck a number of Hezbollah terror infrastructure sites in southern Lebanon overnight. This as troops are moving forward with operations in Rafah and central Gaza. ABC's foreign correspondent Tom Sufi Burridge joins me from Tel Aviv with more on that. Hi, Tom. What are you seeing there and hearing about these latest developments in Lebanon?
Hey, Dan. Yeah, I just want to bring you the latest on Gaza first, then we'll get into Lebanon. We're getting a lot of reports of Israeli military attack activity across the Gaza Strip today And medical sources in Gaza are telling ABC News that so far today, more than 50 people have been killed in Israeli strikes. In Gaza City in the north, we know Israel has struck 2 schools, at least 12 people killed in those strikes, according to Gaza's civil defense. The Israeli military says those 2 schools are being used by Hamas as command and control centers. The IDF also telling civilians in certain parts of southern Gaza to move ahead of more military operations. And it's true, Diane, Israel's war in Gaza has been overshadowed this week by the threat of strikes by Iran and or by Hezbollah after those 2 assassinations in Tehran and Beirut. And we're still seeing a very tense situation up on Israel's northern border with Lebanon. An Israeli defense official telling us Israel is preparing for multiple scenarios, but that official also appearing to draw a potential red line, saying we don't want escalation or a wider war, but we will not tolerate attacks against our citizens. We got a bit of an insight earlier also into the type of pressures Prime Minister Netanyahu is under right now. The US calling on him and Hamas to reach a ceasefire deal in Gaza, but his security minister, a far-right member of his government, is sort of cryptically suggesting that Israel should carry out a preemptive strike, although it's not clear whether he's calling on a preemptive strike against Iran or against Hezbollah. Diane?
Foreign correspondent Tom Sufi-Burridge in Tel Aviv. Thank you, Tom.
Yep. That's the type of garbage those people are bringing and nonsense and stuff. Well, Lebanon, yeah. Everything that you've been doing is prophecy. Out of here, man. Ooh, damn.
The fire department's already there if you're calling.
Oh, is that there? But that's in Canada. This is bad. This is very, very bad. How long we are into this thing? Oh, good grief. All right, let's watch this, and then we're gonna take a little break, and then let's finish this thing. Wow. Giant bloom. Woo! Damn. Ooh. Great glory. Let's keep on moving.
Well, the storm toppled trees and left streets flooded around the city. Our team coverage continues this morning. Derek Waller.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on now. What is it with those guys?
Trees and left
what is it with those? Is it some type of look those folks are trying to emulate? What is it with this fellow? This one is he is possible. He's possible. I don't know. I should get my tanning business. Should I start a tanning business? Is that what that is? Let me see what's going on. Oh no, we gotta get to Kenya, man. We gotta get to Kenya, see what's going on here. You know what? Get to Kenya. We gotta. How much a tanning booth costs? Oh. How much do tanning sessions cost in Florida? Let's see what's going on here. I don't know why somebody would pay for this stuff, but anyway. Is that what that is? Did they spray? Look at how many crap those people are going to to look like us, a little try to look closer to us. Airbrush 10, all these chemicals. How much, man? Whoa, let me see. Tanning treatment, estimated cost. Spraying tan, $20 to $35. Airbrush tanning, $30 to $90. Mobile tanning, $60 to $150. Okay. And then 100 and brothers to do a mobile tanning, okay, $60 to $150. Let's say we charge $150 for tanning. Okay, how long does tanning last? A spray tan? I'm assuming the moment you take a shower, that's it. How long does a spray tan last? Huh? A good quality spray tan will last up to a week, though it does vary according to your skin regimen. I'll say I don't know how those things work. I'm just winging this just as we go through. Can a tan be removed if you take a shower? That's not what that is. Can a spray tan be removed if you shower? Yes, a hot shower can help remove a spray tan, hot water. Okay, so basically, take a hot bath or so. Oh boy, I'm very confused here. Anyway, so basically, you're spending $150 a week. Calculator. $150. This is just being gracious right here. $150 a week, a month. You are spending about $600 to look like us, okay? Now, a year, you spend about $7,000. That's one customer. That is if they do it every week. Some of them do it every day. So you got like, let's say you got like a good fair amount of 25 customers, okay? 25 people a year. You make a good $180,000 a year. Well, from 25. It's a good business right there, man. Nice business. Good. This is really good. This is really good right there. But anyway, man, I don't know what those guys are doing, and well, I can't pass this dude, man. I already watched the other guy. I feel like it's just, this is a uphill battle. I don't need to watch this fellow because I don't know what those dudes been doing. Do those guys sleep on those hot dogs queue? You know those hot dog walls when you go to those gas station? You know those little convenience store that have those hot dog on the roll there. You know, do they sleep on those stuff? Do they got that bed made out of this thing? Is that what that is? Because it seems to me that you guys do this thing almost 24/7. But anyway, let's keep on moving.
Streets flooded around the city. Our team coverage continues this morning. Derek Waller is live from the Kingsbridge section of the Bronx where a massive tree came crashing down. Derek, that thing is huge. And I can't believe the damage it did to those cars in that area. Those drivers are waking up this morning wondering, oh my goodness, right?
Well, Chris, I'll start with the good news. No one was injured in this, thank goodness. Nobody in those cars. And in just a minute, you're actually going to hear from the woman who owns this car right here, this blue Acura, which, as you can see, is sitting underneath a tree this morning. She says she's reported this tree in the past because of what you see over here. You can see how that came uprooted from the sidewalk, and the sidewalk is damaged. Neighbors tell me that sidewalk has been coming up for quite some time. And so now we've got some questions for the Parks Department this morning. But check out this video. We can show you the messy and dangerous evening commute on the major Deacon Expressway last night, which, by the way, just opened up back to drivers a couple of hours ago. Drivers stuck for hours because of that rising water that engulfs every lane of the expressway. More problems in the Cross Bronx and the Henry Hudson, where some drivers had to wait for a tow truck after attempting and failing to drive through standing water.
Don't do this, okay? We watched this before. Let's keep on moving.
In a week of disorder, these some of the starkest scenes yet. A hotel housing asylum seekers, targeted by rioters. Smashing a window and trying to storm in. The group also targeted the officers trying to protect the building, their weapons, anything they could get their hands on, burning objects in their way.
So this is what you people did, okay? This is what you so-called Gentiles are doing.
With his strongest words yet.
I utterly condemn the far-right thug.
Oh boy! All right, let's clown this fellow right there. All right, let's get this going on.
Calgary we've seen this weekend. Be in no doubt, those that have participated in this violence will face the full force of the law. The police will be making arrests, individuals will be held on remand, charges will follow, and convictions will follow. I guarantee you will regret taking part in this disorder, whether directly or those whipping up this action online.
But even after that statement, the trouble continued in Rotherham.
Police now are targets because we've seen police officers in cars come in this direction have to reverse very quickly when they've been noticed by the groups of people who have headed in their direction. In fact, one of those police cars had their window smashed out on the street behind me, headed towards the Holiday Inn, which we're not going to head towards just to stay away from all of what is going on. But on that street behind me, there is debris, there is glass, there are beer cans, there is something in the middle of there on fire, just maybe a few hundred meters from the Holiday Inn, which we know has been targeted by those protesters.
South Yorkshire Police say a number of their officers were attacked, with at least 10 injured. They called the actions of the rioters mindless, achieving nothing but sheer destruction and leaving members of the public and community in fear. But already, the force is coming under fire, with counter-terror experts saying they should have been better prepared.
I have an intelligence document dated 2 days ago that highlighted an extreme right-wing protest at this location at 12 o'clock today. I'm disappointed that there doesn't appear to have been use of Section 34 powers, which allows people to be dispersed if there's likely to be alarm, harassment, or distress caused, which very clearly, if the right-wing are turning up at an asylum hostel, is likely to be the case. I would suggest there's a very serious failure by the planners and the senior leadership team in South Yorkshire Police. This is just not good enough.
Oh boy. You people, man. Well, there's nothing to say for you guys. You know, it's just, yeah, whatever.
Riots are continuing across cities and towns right across the UK. Almost 400
Again, I already clown you folks. Almost 400
people have been arrested so far.
They love this
Riots
number.
are continuing across cities and towns right across the UK. Almost 400 people have been arrested so far after a week of unrest. For more on...
And on the air since...
Okay, we'll watch this.
7:52, we just heard from the governor. We want to continue our coverage in Brevard County with Amanda.
And Amanda, a possible tornado left damage in an RV park last night, right?
Suspected straight-line winds or even a tornado caused significant damage to 5 RVs. You can see one of them right behind me here turned over, and you can actually see the water gushing from the water line on the roof of this RV. And folks here tell me that this weighs approximately 27,000 pounds. So you can only imagine the sheer force of the wind or possible tornado that could have done damage like this.
That's the
Neighbor
thing.
over here was just telling
Possible
me
tornado. They don't really know what caused this. Was it a tornado? Possibly.
that you saw and heard everything last night when this came through. Describe what you saw.
We first saw our awning kind of coming down. It was ripping the fabric right off, so the bars were flying down. And the next thing you know, 2 seconds later, we see these campers just flip. And this one was on the pad right here, and it rolled and then rolled again. And then it knocked into this old man's camper on the end, and he was trapped inside. We can kind of walk around so you can kind of see that guy's truck.
Yeah, because the one on the other side is now upright, but it had flipped over, and there was an elderly man inside, and you and your husband knew he was in there. Tell me what your husband did next.
My husband went and grabbed his keys for his Jeep and ran over here, and he ratcheted onto one of the secure parts of the frame and pulled him back over so we could get to him, because the only way to get to the old man was by that door on the flip side.
Unfortunately, he wasn't under any kind of heavy furniture, but I mean, he had just been
Anyway, beloved, we come to the conclusion of tonight, and I shall leave you with a word of wisdom. Seek knowledge. Get the book, study. You must study to show thyself approved. You are calling yourself a king, a queen? Well, search a matter out. I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with love. I will leave you with great glory.